My name's Heather. Welcome to another Yoga Mo-Flo workout. Today's workout is going to be about 35 minutes in length, maybe a little bit longer, and I have some mini challenges thrown in there, so it should be a little bit challenging for you. And the Yoga Mo-Flo method is designed to incorporate mobility work, that's the Mo, into our yoga flow. So you'll see that it's sprinkled with some mobility drills throughout, and I hope you enjoy the class. We're actually going to start standing up. So we're going to stand up here, and I just want you to look down at your feet and make sure they're parallel, and then you can kind of come into your mountain pose, palms open, close your eyes, and I just want you to really feel where you're standing. You can kind of sway a little bit side to side and then front to back until you really find center and you feel really grounded here. And so it may help to close your eyes to do this, because you can just really focus on how your body feels in space. Once you find your center, we're just going to take a couple seconds here, and I just want you to do a quick body scan from head to toe and just see where your energy is, see how you feel physically, if you feel tight in some areas, or maybe you just feel sluggish, or you have a headache, or maybe you're like me and we're in front of a computer all morning in meetings that I feel kind of drained. And so I'm hoping this practice will shift my energy, and we'll check in at the end and see if indeed it has. So to start, I'm just going to start turning my body like so. This is a Qigong movement, and to me it feels really good after a morning spent in work meetings, because it's just releasing some of that stress or maybe negativity or something like that. You're just letting it go. You can do deep inhales and exhales as you twist, and just let the arms slap you. Not hard, of course, but getting momentum, swinging the body. It's also a nice way to just loosen up the spine. And then go ahead and stop. We're going to do some Qigong tapping here. We're going to start tapping up and down our chest, taking deep breaths in through the nose and releasing them through the mouth. So opening up this heart area. Then I want you to come to the liver. Tap your liver, just waking it up. You can even smile and think, I love you, liver. Thank you for all you do for me, keeping me healthy. And we'll go to the spleen. And if you're tapping on one of these organs and you feel a little bit of pain, back off, but don't stop, because that'll actually help release a little bit of whatever's in that organ. So don't stop doing it, but maybe just tap a little bit lighter. Say, I love you, spleen. Now let's give some love to our intestine. We're going to go in the direction here of our large intestine, helps elimination. You just say, thank you, intestines, for helping me digest life and eliminate the bad. And then I'm going to turn to the side here just so you can see what I'm doing. I'm tapping up and down from my back to the tailbone, tapping on my kidneys. Say, thank you, kidneys, for all that you do for me. We're just giving our organs some love today. It's a nice thing to do, stimulating them. Then we're going to come to the lung point right here. Thank you, lungs, for giving me breath. And then just go ahead and tap down the arm to the palm of the hand, flipping it, coming up to the shoulder. We're going to do that one more time at this lung point, and then back down. Just stimulating these meridians in our body, coming to the other lung. Thank you, lung. I love you. And then go down to the palm, flip, come back up. Once more. And back up. And just pause here for a second. I feel a little bit of buzzing through my body, and I notice that my energy has already shifted just doing that little bit of tapping. So now we're going to reach our arms up to the sky, and we're going to circle them forward and out, back up. So when you come down, really exhale, just get anything out that may be a little bit negative. We're just releasing it. Let's do one more. Arms up to the sky, and then just shake it off, get it all off. All right, let's go to the top of the mat. So finding our mountain pose up here at the top of the mat, we're going to start with 2 rounds of sun salutations, and we're going to go slow just to get some stretch going. So go ahead and reach your hands to the sky and fold forward. From here, we're just going to stop for a second and pedal out the legs, so bending one leg and then the other. Just getting a stretch with the back of the legs. Then go ahead and place the palms on the floor and step back with your right leg, then your left to plank. And then go ahead and drop your knees. And from here, we're going to do a Chaturanga all the way down. And then from here, just a little baby cobra. And then release. And then go ahead and press back to a child's pose. I'm going to have my big toes together and my knees wide. Coming into a child's pose for just a moment. And then finding my way to a down dog. Here in my down dog, I'm going to just pedal out the feet, getting a nice little stretch there through my calves. And then I'm going to look to the top of the mat, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right foot in front of my left, and then my left in front of the right, and I'm just going to do a slow walk to the top of my mat. I'm going to do a halfway lift, forward fold, and reach up to the sky. Palms kiss and meet in front of the heart. We're going to do that one more time. Let's go ahead and reach our arms up to the sky, palms kiss, forward fold. We can take a second here to just bend and straight one more time. And then this time, let's step back with the left leg, followed by the right, and lower all the way to the belly. I'm going to go a little bit higher in my cobra. Hold here. Release. Push back one more time into your child's pose. Keeping my arms active, my elbows off the mat. And I'm going to raise myself back up and find my way into my downward facing dog. And pedal it out one more time, just getting a nice stretch, warming up the body. And then I'm going to do that slow walk again, but starting with my left leg, crossing in front of each foot until I reach the top of my mat. And here I'm going to take my feet a little bit wider and find my ragdoll fold. So bend the knees as much as you need to. It is still pretty early in the routine, so you don't need to have straight legs. And just sway a little bit side to side. And from here we're going to do halfway lift. Release. Reach up to the sky, palms kiss, and palms meet in front of the heart. From here we're going to do a set of walking burpees. We're going to do 10. And so I will talk you through it as we go through. So we're going to come down, put our hands on the mat, step back with the right leg, left leg, then right leg forward, left leg forward, arms up to the sky. That's one. Make sure you change your leader leg each time. So that time I started with my left, now we're back to my right. Here we are, 3, 4. This is one of those mobility challenges. 5. That are sprinkled throughout. And it's also getting your heart rate up. So getting a little bit of cardio movement. Here's 6. You don't have to go run or do jump rope or anything like that to get your heart rate up. You can do things like this. That was the last one. Let's just pause here for a second in the mountain. Catch our breath. Maybe fix our clothing. Very good. Let's go ahead and circle up. Palms kiss. Forward fold. From here, we're going to jump back to plank and do a chaturanga to up dog, meeting in downward facing dog. Very good. Then let's go ahead and take our left foot to the center, raise the right foot to the sky in our 3-legged dog. And from here, we're going to do right knee to right elbow, back to 3-legged dog, right knee to left elbow, back to 3-legged dog, right knee to chest, and set it on through into your runner's lunge. You can rock it out for a second here, feeling your stretch. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and lift up into a crescent lunge. So find your footing and raise yourself up. So go ahead and take a second here to just make sure everything is squared to the front of the mat. The hips aren't splayed, your lower ribs aren't jutting out, just everything is nice and contained. And then from here we're going to do a twist. So I'm going to take my left arm forward, my right arm back, and just hold here in a twist. Very good. From here I'm going to drop my left palm down and come up into an easy twist. And just hold. Very good. And then from here, we're going to put our right foot on top of our left and find our side plank. And if you're interested in a little extra challenge, you can find your tree side plank. We are going to do standing tree in just a little bit, so here's a practice. Then go ahead and take that right knee to the right armpit, and then step it forward, finding your lizard. You can put your back knee down if that feels better for you, or keep it up, and then just go ahead and rock it out. Here in your lizard pose. Okay, so from here we're going to do a little funky transition. I'm going to take my back foot and move it to a 45-degree angle closer to where my right foot is, and then we're going to open up into our side angle. So then I'm going to peel my left arm to the sky, open up in our side angle pose, looking up if that feels okay on your neck, and then go ahead and rise, and then reverse your warrior. Let's do a couple deep breaths here. From here, we're going back into our side angle. You can stay here, or if you would like to try a bind, I encourage you to do so. So take that left hand behind your back, thread your right arm through, and see if you can clasp the hands, and then look up. From here, let's release. Place both of our hands down on the inside of our right foot. Step back to plank. And from here, we're actually going to do 6 plank squats that just look like this. You're just rocking back. So that's 1, 2, 3, here's 4, 6. Very good. Hips up to down dog. Let's do 3 deep breaths. If you want, you can sigh it out loud, or you can flutter the lips like a horse, make some noise. Anything you want to do to release stress. So deep inhale. Exhale. Twice more. Very good. From here, let's go ahead and take the right foot to the center and raise the left leg up into your 3-legged dog. From here, let's do left knee to left elbow, back to 3-legged dog, left knee to right elbow, back to 3-legged dog, left knee to center chest, and step it on. Here we are in our runner's lunge. You can take a second here just to rock it out. Get yourself situated and come on up into your Crescent Lunge. So being aware, everything is contained, everything's square to the front, and hold. From here, we're going to take our twist, right arm forward, left arm back, little balance challenge. And then go ahead and drop the right palm down into our easy twist. And find your side plank. From here, you can do that little challenge with your tree pose, if you like. And then go ahead and take that left knee to the left armpit and step forward, finding your lizard. Whatever you did on the other side, you can do it here. Just kind of moving around a little bit, getting ready for that little side angle sequence. So go ahead and take the back foot, planted at a 45. Left hand stays on the ground, and then peel the right arm up to the sky, looking up if that feels okay for you. And then come on up into your reverse warrior. Hold here for a couple breaths. And then go ahead and find that side angle again. You can come down like so, or if you tried it on the other side, or maybe you want to try this side, see if you can find that bind. Looking up to the sky, if that feels okay. Just pause here. And release your hands down on the inside of that left foot. Step back into your plank. And we're going to do 6 of those plank squats again. So I'm going to spin over my mat. That's 1. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's go ahead and drop the knees wide. Press back into your child's pose. We're going to hold here for about 5 breaths and just calm the body down. Once again, you can flutter the lips, you can do audible sighs, just something to release the tension and the stress in the body. Whatever feels good to you. Here you can just breathe. Breathe on the heart rate for just a moment. Don't worry, we're going to take it back up again. So let's go ahead and push ourselves back up, coming to a tabletop, and then lifting up into your downward facing dog. From here, we're going to do something a little bit different. A little challenge. We're going to come down to a dolphin pose. So you can see if you can drop your elbows at the same time. And we're going to do dolphin to chaturanga, back to dolphin. So coming up, I'm going to drop my knees, come into your chaturanga, push up, back into your dolphin. So 5 more times. See if you can do those. These are a fun little challenge. They're kind of hard. My goal is to one day be able to do them without putting my knees down, but right now, that goal is elusive because they are not easy and it takes an incredible amount of tricep strength. I think we've got one more. It's the last one. Pause here in your dolphin. So, I know you are feeling it in your shoulders, so am I. Just hang tight. We're not here forever. Just for a few seconds. And from here, we're going to walk it forward and find our forearm plank and do some hip dips. So let's drop it over to the right and to the left. We're doing 10. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're almost done. One more little challenge. Come up on your palms for a wide plank. Just hold for 10, 9, 8, 7. I know it's not easy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop back down and find your Sphinx pose. Whew, here's a little rest. That feels good after that sequence. Stretching out the front of the body, stretching out the abs. That should feel good. I'm swaying just a little bit side to side here. I don't know if you're sweating, but I am. Whew. Okay, from here, we're going to push ourselves up into a tabletop, into a plank. One more little challenge. Come down into a Chaturanga and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to up dog. Keeping your gaze forward, then lift it up into your downward facing dog. Very good. That was not easy. Let's go ahead and take our left foot to the center of the mat. 3-legged dog, right leg to the sky. From here, we're going to step it through in your runner's lunge. And now you're going to stand up into your tree, trying not to put your hands on the ground. That may be hard today. For me, we'll see. Whoa. Very good. Here we are. Let's hold our tree. Go ahead and open up through the left knee. Push the hips forward, getting a stretch in that hip. Just hold here. You can have your palms in front. You can take your hands to the sky. Whatever variation you enjoy, go ahead and do that. We're just getting a balance challenge here. From here, we're going to release that, but not put the foot down. We're going to grab onto the left foot with the left hand and come into our dancer's pose. So here's our prep. Leaning forward, kick the left. Woo! That's hard for me today. Kick the left foot up. Reaching forward with the right hand. Find a spot on your wall to gaze at, or your floor, or wherever it is, to help with your balance. Wow. Then take a giant step back into your crescent lunge. That was challenging today. That's my bad side too. So here we are in our crescent lunge. From here, I'd like for you to take your hands behind your back and clasp them, and then open up through the chest. You can even lift your gaze, but opening up through that heart area. And from here, we're going to pop forward, more balance, and warrior 3. So lifting the left foot up, staying with our hands clasped, finding our warrior 3. It's not easy. And then you can release the hands, coming into your standing split. Just pausing here for a second. And then go ahead and let your left foot meet your right in your forward fold. Let's go ahead and raise our arms up to the sky. Palms kiss. And they meet in prayer. All right. Once again, circle up and forward fold. Halfway lift and step or jump back to your Chaturanga. Up dog. And then make your way to your downward facing dog. We're going to do all that on the other side. First, flip this so I know what I'm doing. Okay, so go ahead and take the right foot to the center of your mat. Raise your left leg into your three-legged dog. Looking forward, go ahead and step through into your runner's lunge. And then from here, you're lifting up into that tree pose. So trying not to put the foot down, coming into your tree. So again, open that right knee, push the left hips forward. Today's a challenging balance day for me. This is my quote-unquote good side. Finding a gaze point, and then go ahead and transition into that dancer pose. So grabbing the right foot with the right hand and coming forward. Finding your dancer, finding a place to stare at that'll help you keep your balance. And then we're going to take that giant step back into our crescent. So go ahead and release, step back, finding your crescent pose. From here again, let's clasp the hands. Maybe you want to do it the weird way, the awkward thumb on top. See how that feels. Opening up the chest, maybe gazing up, and then popping up into that warrior three. So here we come up, warrior three on our left side, holding, and then go ahead and release your hands to the floor, taking that standing split, getting a nice stretch to the left leg, and then having your right foot meet your left, halfway lift, lengthen out the back, and forward fold. From here, arms to the sky, palms kiss, and meet in prayer from the heart. From here, I'm going to take my feet as wide as my yoga mat, and we're going to do 8 Yogi Squats. So, that's all the way down. So here we go. There's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, almost done, 5, 6, 7, here's our last one, 8, and then come back down and hold in your yogi squat. So we're actually going to be here for a little bit, so get comfy. You can have your hands in prayer if you want to do that. You can rest your arms on your knees if you like that, or you can just kind of grab your elbows, whatever. But we're just going to hold here. This is a really nice thing to do. Even practicing daily, it's a really primal shape. People, if you travel to other countries, people do all kinds of things in this position. They cook food, they wash clothes, they do a lot of stuff. So we've kind of gotten out of the habit of doing that because we have chairs. So we don't really have that mobility in our hips. And so if this is, if you find that this is difficult, then I would suggest really trying to do it every day. If you're at a point where you can't even get your heels down, it's okay if you're up on your toes, and it's okay if you have to put your hands down for balance. The other thing you can do is if you have, like, I'm pointing in there because they're in that room. If you have a yoga block, you can slide that under you, and you can sit on it. Just getting your legs used to being in this shape. It does feel like we're here forever, but we're not. We're just holding. All right, you can sit down butt down. Let's take our knees wide, coming into our cobbler's pose. So for this, I'm going to open my feet kind of like a book. I'm going to lengthen through my spine and fold forward. And we're just going to hold here. So you can take your elbows down. You can just let your back go. Let your head go. Just pause. Getting a nice stretch after that long yogi squat. And releasing. All the hard stuff is done. And that was hard. I am really, really sweaty. I'll be curious to know if you guys got really sweaty on that one too, although we're like in a heat wave here where I live. So it's kind of warm in my house. But I'd like to know if you got sweaty in that practice too, let me know. From here, we're keeping our knees in this shape. We're just going to grab our ankles with opposite hands, and we're just going to do a stretch here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left hand and just pull it back and move slowly, and then bring it up, and just think about like you're moving through honey, and just hold back down. Then we're going to do the other arm. Back, you can even watch your hand with your neck. Just gaze at that hand. We're going to do it twice more on each side. So a nice little release and stretch for the spine. Coming up around. Again, just going slowly so you can feel all the little pops of movement in those back muscles. Should feel nice after that work. One more time each side. Last one. All the way back. Reach up, cross. Very good. From here, help your knees with your hands to come up. And we're just going to stay in this shape. Reach our hands up for 6 times, a little back strengthener. So we're trying to get our biceps by our ears. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then take your arms out and let's just lower as slow as we can, turning on the core down to the mat. So just take your time. We're going super slow, lowering ourselves all the way down until we're resting on our backs. From here, let's walk our feet back in so they're under our knees. And for me, I like to have my fingertips touch my heels, but that's not a perfect indicator for everybody, but we're going to go up into bridge. So we're going to peel our hips off the mat, lifting them up to the sky. You can stay here, or if you like, you can clasp the hands underneath you, rolling onto your shoulders, really being mindful about keeping your chin off your chest, having some space there, and just hold here. If you want to turn on your back body a little bit more, you can envision pulling your heels to your shoulders, and that just turns it on a little bit more. Just hold here, opening up through the chest. And go ahead and release, come on down. One last stretch. From here, we're going to do a figure 4. So go ahead and cross the right foot over the left knee, and then you can clasp behind the thigh, or I like to grab around my shin, and just hold here just a minute. You don't have to be static. You can do a few squeezes if that feels good, or you can do like a U shape with your knee, drawing a U in the air if that feels good. You don't have to stay still, but getting a nice stretch to that right glute and hip. Maybe give one last little squeeze, pulling the left knee towards you, and then planting that left foot down. Keeping everything as it is, go ahead and let the right foot fall to the floor. And then I'm going to just pull that right foot in a little bit more with my left hand, opening up the right arm, gazing out over the right shoulder, pulling my foot towards me a little bit more, gets a deeper stretch in my right, the outside of my right hip. Just pause here. Nice little twist. If you prefer a different twist, obviously Go ahead and release that, come back to center. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So plant the right foot, cross the left foot on top of the right knee. Draw everything into the chest, feeling that gorgeous stretch in the left glute. And again, no need to be static. You can move it around, or if you prefer stillness, whatever your body is craving, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and give one last deep squeeze, pulling the right knee into the chest. Then plant the right foot down and drop everything over to the right. So letting that left foot touch the ground, I'm just going to pull it in a little bit closer to me and hold on to it. And then my bun is getting in my way. Lay out my left arm, gazing over the left shoulder, and just hold here. From here, coming back to center. Let's go ahead and find our final resting pose. So go ahead, whatever's comfortable for you. If you want to do reclined butterfly today, that seems to be nice. If you'd rather do a typical shavasana, you could do that too. Whatever, or if you'd rather sit up, that's okay too. We're just going to do a 1 or 2 minute little meditation here. I'm just placing one hand on my belly, one on my heart, feeling the rhythm of my breath as it becomes natural again. And releasing. Just hold here for a minute or two. Quiet now. Obviously, you can stay here as long as you like, but if you're ready to get on with your day, go ahead and bring some movement into your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. You can stretch up your head, roll the head side to side, whatever feels good. And then go ahead and make your way into a fetal position on one side, using the strength of your arms to push yourself up into a seat. Pausing here for just a minute. You can close the eyes. I invite you to just do a quick body scan like we did at the beginning. See if you noticed a shift in your energy level. I noticed that I feel a little bit more calm and relaxed and less stressed than I did at the beginning. But you see how you feel. Let's go ahead and take the palms to the heart. Bow the head. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today for this Yoga Mo-Flo class. If you got as sweaty as I did, I'd like to know about it. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Also, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so. That way you never miss a Yoga Mo-Flo workout. 2 new workouts come out every single week. So I'll see you next time.